antics from her time on Celebrity Apprentice, our girl Vivica A is here! Plus, we're taking your dried up Valentine's Day flowers and showing you some brand new ways to keep them around. And it's uber cute, y'all! And later, we'll introduce you to an amazing young woman whose company is keeping the homeless warm and employed.
Yes.
Y'all are gonna love this story. I can't wait for that. But first, we gotta get into some girl chat.
Yes.
I need that in my life today.
Well, you know, Tamar, we are so lucky to be able to sit here at this table every day and talk about what's going on in our lives.
Yes.
I can only imagine how some of you out there talk back to your TV when you hear what the five of us have to say.
Yeah.
So we thought it would be fun to extend the invite to you, our biggest and best fans, to join us right here at the Girl Chat table every day this week. Yeah, it's great. We posted the invite on our site, and we were totally overwhelmed by the response. So, ladies, I am proud to introduce Table Talk. 31-year-old Marcy Guevara is right here from Los Angeles, California, and she spends her days working as a fashion stylist and watching my favorite station on the reel, Fox 11. Thank you, Fox 11. We love you in Los Angeles. Marcy says that she's on a mission to bring awareness to a very big problem. But before we find out what that is, let's meet her. Come on out here, Marcy. Welcome to the show, Marcy. And welcome to the Girl Chat table. You are the very first fan that we have invited to come, and how do you feel about that?
I am so thrilled to be here. I watch you ladies all the time. And Lonnie, you are a huge inspiration to me because women generally don't look like us on TV. So being able to turn my television on and see a reflection of someone that is a lot closer to what I look like, not that all of you ladies aren't gorgeous, but you know, there's a lot of us out there that are thick, and it's fun to be able to turn on the TV and go, okay, I can do that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
awesome. Yes.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Now, you know, since you've made it to the Girl Chat table, you said that there is a big problem that you wanted to talk about. What is it?
I am sick and tired of women hating their bodies.
I hear that.
Yes, I
I'm tired of it.
I'm guilty.
Aren't we all? And I
Yes.
think women across the spectrum. My best friend was pregnant last year, and when she was talking to me about her cellulite, all I could think of was, I'm just chubby, but you have a tiny baby inside you. Like love your body. And so I'm just sick of it.
Yeah,
I
agree
agree
with
with
that.
I totally agree.
And you have your moments. It's
Yeah.
something that you want to think of all the time, but like, you have your days where you don't like this, you don't like that. It
Yeah.
is rough. You got to remind yourself to get out of your head about it.
Yeah.
And even being pregnant on television, there's a lot of pressure to stay thin being pregnant. And you're like, wait a minute, that's an oxymoron. That
Yeah.
just does
Yeah.
not, that just doesn't exist. This is the time where you're supposed to, you know, love your curves, embrace them,
Yes.
and enjoy your
You
pregnancy.
feel pressure? I did not feel pressure. I ate
Oh, yeah.
every single thing that I wanted to eat. Yours, and mine.
I think the biggest thing, though, is after you have that baby.
Okay.
Then
Girl.
people
Oh my God.
are like, oh my gosh, I've been called lazy. Oh, you didn't
What?
lose. Yes, she didn't lose the weight fast enough. I was on the red carpet when I was 3 months postpartum after I had Aiden.
Because people show so-and-so 2 weeks after baby on
Yes.
Puerto
Right.
Vallarta. It's like
Right.
they're a freak of
Yeah.
nature. Good
Yes.
for
I
them.
can't stand them people.
Which
Yeah.
I think don't you think that the media has a lot to do with image and body
Absolutely.
image especially? And it's not just, I want to say, it's not just about being big, it's also being too small.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and
Across the board.
it's a cultural thing. I mean, I think that certain races is harder, you know, because we deal with the weight. And I think that's the number one problem is that, you know, they have this chart that if you're 4'11", you got to be 99
certain weight,
pounds.
yeah.
And it's like, but it's different if you're a Samoan, you
Yeah.
know, because everybody you know that's Samoan, they're big.
Yeah.
That's just in their
And they
genetics.
like that way.
Exactly.
Like in my family, growing up, I was always like too skinny for my family as Latinos. They were like, oh, Nana, you need to put some meat on them bones. And I think it just depends on what you find beautiful.
Right.
And you need to find whatever your definition of beauty is. That's what you should go by. You know, and hopefully you are what you find beautiful.
And also, there are different sizes of healthy. I think a lot of people are so much focused on, you know, the size, but there are a lot of skinny, unhealthy women out there.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
And I think the fashion magazines have a lot to do with our perception
Oh, definitely.
on image. I know growing up, you know, I saw a certain, you know, size, and as I got older, I realized they were photoshopped a lot. And it kind of gave me a sense of relief, but at the same time, I was really upset because I'm like, why can't we just put women as they are on the cover? Because you don't know what you're teaching young women as they grow up.
But don't you think we pressure ourselves as women? I mean, because look at Sports Illustrated. I have to give it up to Sports Illustrated.
God.
Every year they come out with these great, you know, sports swimsuit models, and finally it was an ad, but it's a step. It was an ad that they featured a plus-size woman, and you know what? Give it up because at least it's a step.
But I feel like there's always this underlying thing where everyone assumes that everyone wants to be really skinny.
Yeah.
And that's just not true, you guys, because music videos right now and music and artists, they have bomb curvy bodies. There are girls right now that are going and getting things made bigger as opposed to smaller.
Right.
Booty implants, booty shots, you know.
And I want to add to that too, because I do think it's a lot of the media, and because when you think about it, you're growing up as a little girl, you don't actually think about your body and complain about your body until you start
open those
magazines,
magazines.
and until people start pointing things out.
Somebody tells you.
Yes. And I will say, as a woman who has a smaller frame, I feel very blessed that God gave this to me, but the grass is not always greener on this side.
That's what I said.
No.
What you mean?
Oh my
She's
God, that
more
dress,
crazy.
I could never wear that dress. If you look at me, I always wear something that has a quirky shape to it to emphasize something I don't have.
It's important.
I walk behind these ladies and I'm like, dang, I wish I had like a little junk to like be able to sway like that, but I don't.
Now
You
she's
looking at
saying,
my behind? I love your behind. I go
She's
reaching for
always
it,
looking at mine, talking about, ooh, you guys to know I got a little too
Always.
much, all right?
It's important for us bigger girls to understand that because we're more alike than we are different is what's important. So whether you're thin or fat, we all have the same issues.
Yes.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. Would it be nice to have like a chiseled stomach? And I am okay with saying, that would be nice. Am I gonna work for it? No. Probably not. Am I gonna not eat the Taco Bell? Am I going to hit the gym every day? Am I gonna put in the work that it takes? Because honestly, a lot of people can obtain that.
Sure. Really?
It just takes a lot of
dedication.
We could do it.
Exactly.
We could do it. I just don't
But
feel
I
like
want to do it. I'm not giving up my brown liquor at KFC. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it.
I
So,
want to be lazy.
That's what we're encouraging.
You
If
know?
you want to change your body shape, you can
do it.
about it the healthy
But
way.
make sure,
And it's gonna take work.
make sure your motive is correct.
Yeah.
It's not just to be skinny so I can feel confident, feel good. It's about being. No. Let me finish. It's to be healthy and be confident and
that's
feel
what
good.
I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
But it's
because
also
a lot of people, I know a lot of models, Jeannie. Let's be real. They're not healthy,
and they're not happy.
They eat cotton balls with stuff.
Tell it, Tam.
I'm telling the truth. They eat cotton balls.
And you also
juice
have to
for a
realize
living.
that you are a mother. You have had a baby. Your body is going to change. I've been pregnant. It didn't come to term. When I was pregnant, my body changed.
Right.
And I had to realize that. So you can't put the pressure of what you see that, you know, certain stars do because your body is just going to change. That's it.
And bodies are different.
Exactly.
Yes, they are. But, you know, I feel like we're alluding to the fact that it's not okay to aspire to want to be thin. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Thin and
It's
healthy.
nothing wrong. Yes, but
and healthy.
you won't let me get it out. I didn't say, you know, stick your finger down your throat every 5 minutes. I didn't say nothing like that.
Wouldn't the world be boring if everybody was one type?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't it be boring if we were all fat or if we were all thin?
Well,
or,
sometimes I
you
wish,
know?
like, couldn't Jeannie and I, like, God just could have.
But remember, though,
happy
whatever
medium.
God didn't give you, though, like, I may not have that booty that I love watching as I walk down those stairs, but He did give me 10 fingers and 10 toes and a nice smile, and I'm really thankful for that.
Valentine's Day has come and gone, and what do we have to show for it?
Flowers.
No, a bunch of shriveled up flowers.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna let a busted bouquet ruin my day, are you?
No.
Exactly. So it's time to kiss that wilted mess goodbye as we transform your buds into some fun new items that'll bring your love back from the dead.
Yay.
It's time to keep the love alive. okay, similar to this on Saturday, yes?
I got a couple of them.
Exactly, I hope you did, girl. So when it's past its prime, it ends up looking like this. Womp, womp. All right, but you guys don't toss it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna turn it into a flower candle. Now here's what you gotta do. It's pretty simple. So you're just gonna pull off some of the petals like this. You're actually gonna press that inside of a heavy book like this for a few days. So you just press that down, have it sit like that, and when you're done, it actually should look like this. Voila. You see?
Oh, it flattens out. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
That's
Now,
easy.
what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna hold a petal onto the candle. I'm gonna pick this petal right here. See, they already got me started. And you're gonna take some hot wax, like this, and you're gonna use it with a spoon and do it just like this. Then you're gonna take a popsicle stick and press it over the petal like this so that it actually sticks down.
Oh.
See that?
Okay.
Now you're gonna keep doing this until you have a design going, kind of like what we have going on right here. Then when all the flowers are where you want them, you're actually gonna hold the wick of the candle like this and dip it in completely.
In the hot wax.
In the hot wax. And that's actually gonna lock everything into place. You see that?
It's nice.
Now you're gonna set this aside to dry and you'll end up with a little something that looks like this.
Adrian!
Voila.
That's beautiful.
I did one like that, Adrian, but I put my face on it like that. So.
Ooh, that is very hot, girl.
You know what? Let's turn it up a notch. Stuffing anything in a locket, it automatically becomes sweet.
Yeah.
So I decided to take my leftover petals and put it into like a little vase locket like these. I'm making a flower necklace. You know, I went the smaller route by using flowers with thinner petals so they can actually fit inside this little container like this. And then, you know, you stuff it all, and then you just put a little top, and you can get this. You can get this at Michael's or at the craft stores, which already has a chain.
I like that. Yeah, yeah.
And just close it up, and then...
So cute.
I love that.
So cute.
But when you're done, it's gonna look like this.
That
like
is
a nice
so pretty. That's fly.
I love it.
What you got,
So
Jeannie?
thoughtful. I love that idea. Well, instead of tossing your roses, how about putting their antioxidants to work and turning those dead petals into a pick-me-up? So make yourself a mask for a fabulous flower facial.
Woo!
Okay.
I want to try this.
So ladies, you got to pull out your food processor for this one. You toss in 2 tablespoons of frozen blueberries. These are really good for you here.
That sounds like a salad you making.
All right, right. It's gonna taste better than that. Then 2 tablespoons of frozen Greek yogurt, like that. Okay, super easy. And then 1 teaspoon of honey. I'm gonna put extra because I'm sweet.
Oh goodness, Jeannie.
Yummy.
And then you just add some of those droopy rose petals from your bouquet after the leftover candles. Put them right in like that. Then you close the food processor up. Like that. Chop, 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 chop. Puree, puree. The natural oils in the petals are not only antibacterial, but they'll moisturize your skin.
Ooh.
So you'll come out with a mixture that looks like this. So it will be a little cold, but I promise you guys,
It smells so good.
Yes, yes, and it's very refreshing. So all you have to do, you guys, is relive getting that fresh, fragrant bouquet every time you use it.
Oh no, you're not.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Jeannie.
Our next guest first hit the scene when she declared her independence with Will Smith, and then she set it off on Celebrity Apprentice. Here to show us how to collect a few Trump checks, please welcome Miss Vivica A. Fox. You sit down, you have to go over there and spin the heel, and whatever it lands on, you have to answer.
Okay.
This is the riddle. You can't get away with anything.
Y'all ready?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness,
my goodness, my goodness. Hey, y'all, are y'all ready? It's time for my favorite part of the show. It's my pick.
That is Jeannie Mai.
All the way.
That was pretty good. She said it's my
You did that, man.
I'm such a fan of the show, and congratulations.
We're doing it later on the show. Can you please stay and be in it, please? My picks. Would you do it?
Sure.
You would be in my
For you, okay, yeah.
Okay, Miss Vivica. Between Independence Day and Why Do Fools Fall in Love, you have had your share of kissing some hot Hollywood leading men.
Yes.
So you feel who's been the best kisser?
Well, I would say my number one best kisser is Mr. Sexual Chocolate himself, Morris Chestnut.
I love you to pieces, honey.
Oh,
Always
you know
have.
how long we know
Always
each other.
have. Yes.
Okay.
And you've always pushed the envelope when it comes to fashion, especially that sheer ensemble gown, honey, you just wore at the Fella Awards that everyone is talking about, my dear. Yes, we are.
Beautiful.
So what inspired that amazing look?
Well, I was hosting the Femme Awards, which is a lingerie awards. It was a perfect fit for me, except it didn't look like I needed to have any more coverage or extra stuff.
Yeah.
And then I got on the red carpet, and it was like 30 flashes going off at one time.
Okay.
And it turned into a little bit of nipple gate.
Oh.
Hey, at least they were uptight and right.
Now, I gotta ask you, because I know you like the young boos like me, right?
Oh,
Who's on your speed dial right now, girl? Who you swinging with?
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to date a little bit older, but as of right now, I am very happily single. I'm very comfortable with myself. You know, I'm trying to make sure that this time I have the patience to wait to meet someone that's going to make a good partner.
Well, girl, you and Kenya's beef on this season of Celebrity Apprentice has everyone talking, and it's made the phrase toxic trick.
Bye, Trick.
Big. Like,
Bye, Trick.
where do you guys stand?
Here for that.
You know, right now, post phone gate.
Well, to be very honest with you, there is absolutely no communications with Kenya going on for the simple fact that I'm used to being around people that I can trust, and I did not have a lock on my phone. So they rushed me out for an interview, and I left my phone, and she picked it up and proceeded to hack into my Twitter account and just behave just like the snake in the grass that she's proven herself to be. And if she would have came to me and said, hey, Viv, I got caught up and I apologize, we would have been able to move forward. But then she went on a campaign to assassinate my character, my legitimate career, and it was very disappointing.
Queen Reed, honey.
Okay, right. I've done the work. I haven't had to go from scandal to be relevant. And
Girl, Kill Bill shut it down.
so we have the finale, which will be tonight, and there shouldn't be any more communication either. She know where to stay.
I get that.
Now, Vivica, you're no stranger to dating the hot, young, attractive, rich men, you know? But there is a problem. There's just too many of them. We're gonna have a little fun skimming through some of the dating profiles and getting your take on whether or not some of these eligible bachelors are Fox-worthy. If you're into them, you're gonna swipe left. If you're not, you're gonna swipe right.
Okay.
This is a game we like to call To the Left.
Okay.
All right. Let's see who's first.
All right.
After his sexy halftime performance, this rocker seemed ready to play sweet music with someone. Would you let his love rule?
Well.
What you like about Lenny Kravitz?
Lenny Kravitz? Oh my gosh. I don't think any black man wears leather pants like he does.
He's sexy.
So hot.
Okay, Vivica, even though this next bachelor sometimes lives in a bit of a bubble, this nightcrawler is all about the zodiac when it comes to love. Do you think he's worth scooping up?
I will tell you that I recently went to a Golden Globes luncheon.
Okay.
And I got to meet him in person, and he had the most beautiful blue eyes. So
Okay, to the left.
Oh.
He does have gorgeous eyes. I love it. He does. He does.
Yes.
All right, Miss Viv. This sexy single needs someone who can keep up with his hustle and flow. And if you're willing to make him your best man, girl, he might just give you a piece of his empire. Yes or no?
He's hot,
He's
though.
like a brother to me, so no.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Our last bachelor is known for his smackdowns, and I hear his love is fast and furious. As long as you're willing to stick to the game plan, Vivica for the win. What is it going to be?
Well, the Rock, all of us, I guarantee you, every person up here would like to know what the Rock has cooking. So to the left.
Somebody help me up.
He's on.
Okay, right.
Now, how did the Rock get you on your knees, girl?
You okay, Lonnie?
Right, man, right there.
Yes, I really have to real love hearing stories about amazing people doing amazing things. And we also believe it's important to give credit where credit is due. So after hearing about our next story, we absolutely had to share it with you all. Yes, it is time for the real deal. Detroit, Michigan, one college student turned her class assignment into a full-fledged nonprofit organization. Now she's the CEO of her own company that not only manufactures coats for the homeless, but she also employs them in effort to help them get them back on their feet.
Yes.
So the work she is doing, guys, is unbelievable. Check this out.
I did my research at homeless shelters, and a woman came out of the shelter and she was yelling at me, full on screaming. We don't need coats, we need jobs. Anybody can have the ability to make a change.
Please welcome the woman behind it all, Veronica Scott. Yes, seriously.
Yeah.
Veronica, tell us how your organization, the Empowerment Plan, came about.
So the Empowerment Plan really started off as a class project in college, but it was spending 3 days a week, 8 o'clock at night, in some of the worst areas of the city every week for 5 months designing this coat. And I spent so much time on the streets in those areas. I actually got a name of the crazy coat lady. And so I spent so much time designing it with the people on the streets that when that woman yelled at me and said, we don't need coats, we need jobs, I realized it was just a Band-Aid for a bigger systemic issue of joblessness.
Wow.
And not getting that chance. Not getting that opportunity, not having somebody that will give you the time of day.
Right.
Or not even treat you like a human. So that's when it became more about hiring than it did about the product.
Has there been anyone that you've worked with who has made a big impact on you during all of this?
There's one person that she was one of the first people I ever hired. She was 59 when I hired her.
Wow.
She had been in prison for a decade. When she got out, nobody would take her in.
Yeah.
And she was sleeping on cardboard on the streets with her son that was older than me and a granddaughter. I hired her. She kind of doubted me, but worked with her for 3 years. And her quote was, if you ever want me to leave, you're going to have to roll me to the curb in my sewing chair. She became kind of a mother to everyone, including me. And then one day on her way home, she collapsed and died of a heart attack. And it killed all of us. It wasn't until her funeral that I realized that this actually had an impact, like this silly little art class project. You know, her son got up there and said, I just want to thank you, Veronica. I've gotten to know my mother more in the last 3 years than I have in my entire life.
Wow.
And you gave my daughter her grandmother back. I can't believe this thing I did in school, this coat, was able to help Annis buy her house. She had a home, she had a car, her kids were enrolled in school. I remember picking out the bedding for her granddaughter. Like, she was able to pass away, leaving a legacy behind for her family, instead of maybe falling asleep on the streets and never waking up. So that was
amazing.
Huge. Well, I always appreciate any piece of fashion that also has function to it. Will you show me how it works?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to get up and I'll show you.
Okay.
So this,
It's compact.
as a bag. You
Yeah.
can wear it physically, and then you open it. And this, we have a lot of different colors, so you can see this nice wine Merlot version.
Okay, go on and sell it, girl.
So it's a little large. This one's a double extra large, so
I'm gonna be super snug as a bug in a rug here, guys.
it's going to be a little big.
Oh, goodness. Look at a bug.
You look
very
fantastic.
warm.
You look wonderful.
Wow.
It's worn, last year it was worn in -40. Let me show you the sleeping bag part. The people don't realize that if you
So
just
that's
pull...
the coat part, but this.
behind it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
that is
wow.
With
I want to try it.
Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
So cool.
That's really good.
Genius.
When people give, when they donate to sponsor a coat, their name gets signed in the jacket with
Oh,
the message.
wow.
That so the person on the street can look at that and know somebody cares.
Wow.
Yeah, you are crazy.
You are amazing. The quality of this. Okay, Veronica, we, of course, appreciate you. But there are a few people who want to let you know how much you mean to them. Take a look.
To me, this is not a job, it's my family, and it means the world to me.
You are awesome. You are the definition of empowerment.
Empowerment to me means to empower others, and that you have done.
It was just like a ray of sunshine. Just a job like this changed my life.
I appreciate her and this opportunity.
She believed in me, and for that I'm eternally grateful.
And Scott, thank you so much for giving me a chance.
Thank you, Veronica.
I just love you to infinity and beyond.
Wow.
You're amazing.
Well, Miss Veronica, since you give so much to your community, we wanted to give you something as well. Girl, you are certainly the real deal. We want to present you with the Real Deal Award.